Hello viewers, what I have here is I think mid 1960s AMC made by Hunter box fan. It's a reversible fan. Unfortunately, two of the buttons are missing. This has a thermostat. It's slightly different than my other one. This one has aluminum blades. My other one has steel blades. This one's also a little bit well, obviously it's a little narrower, but still a 20-inch box fan. This one has a synthetic rubber strap handle thing with a steel strip inside. There's the motor right there. I picked this up off of Marketplace about a year ago, I would say. I took this thing apart, cleaned it up, did all the usual stuff, and I replaced the wires going to the motor. This being a reversible motor. I guess you call it a shading coil motor, although technically the shading coils in this motor are windings instead of the little copper bars that you normally find in a shading coil motor, and that's simply because of the reversing function of this motor. But this motor has 7 different wires going to it, and I replaced every single one of them. Excavated out all the old stuff, because old wiring from the 50s and 60s like this, if it's bad and crumbly and you see that green goo, definitely replace it, because that green goo is corrosive and it's also conductive. It's not a good combination for the windings of the motor. So I dug all that out and replaced them, because they were dry rotted and crumbly and also leaking the green goo. But yeah, not my first time doing that though. I've done that to a few fans at this point. I just recently done another reversible box fan like that, replaced all the wires to it. I also replaced the pilot light, because the original one was burnt out. Anyways, and also this fan was on a stand, but however the stand was not original to the fan. And the other fan I mentioned that I just rewired happened to be missing its original stand, and the stand that this fan was on would have likely gone to a fan very similar to that. So I swapped the stand over, and also the other fan has holes with a plate that's tack welded on the back that has actual tap threads on there, and the hardware that came with the stand threaded right onto it. So yeah, this is a better match than this. Plus these holes here, these holes are definitely not factory. They've definitely been drilled out by somebody in the past. So yeah. So anyways, here we go with a running of this AMC box fan. Enough of the rambling. Here we go. Low speed. 1.6. It's medium. .87 high speed. .4. Not a whole lot of speed variation between medium and high, but there's definitely a difference. See the thermostat does its thing, the pilot light stays on. Actually, I'm gonna reverse it. You know, on this particular fan, these are electrically isolated. Some fans it might not be, so you want to be kind of careful about that. There's a reverse. Also works. You can see now the pilot light's off. As for the buttons here, I put a post out there in one of the groups to see if maybe I could either locate some buttons or just make a post about it. Hopefully, hoping that somebody would come up with some kind of solution to the missing buttons here. And got a very interesting comment. It said those look pretty similar to like a blender, like a blender style, like on an old blender, the buttons. So maybe if I find a blender that uses a similar kind of a press-on thing on there, probably just put those on there for that. But I'm not too worried about it at this moment. I've got many other projects there in more dire need than this. But anyways, here's my mid-1960s, I believe, 20-inch AMC made by Hunter 3-speed box fan. See you later.